Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your monthly tarot reading for the month of December. My name is Wendy. Hope you're all doing very well. Today I'm using the Connolly Tarot. Personal readings are available in my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description box. All right, Scorpio, let's see what December has in store. The King of Wands, the Page of Swords. Okay, you're gonna have to be adaptable this month. Five of Pentacles. It's asking you to stay light on your feet, be adaptable. You might have a lot going on. It is that time of year, isn't it? So really stay light on your feet. It feels like you'll be able to gracefully move about your responsibilities or your events. There's a creative spark. There's a big creative spark this month. I think you have an idea, you've got a vision of some kind that you want to bring to life. This vision could even be something that is inspired by struggle. Or it tells a story. It's almost like I'm seeing photography or videography especially, where there's a panning shot and you're documenting the transition from, like, you know those videos where people clean things, like a time-lapse video? It kind of feels like that. There's like a time-lapse this month where you're documenting the transition of something from one state to another, and I feel like it's a story that gets better. Like it ends with a happy ending. We do have the Ten of Cups here, so that's really positive. You could be feeling overwhelmed by the stuff that you have, overwhelmed by what you own, the layout of a space. It feels like your feet are kind of the focus of the month. Like maybe they're feeling a bit, it's like, oh, I'm always stubbing my toe in that corner, or I'm always, it's difficult to navigate this part of the room. And it could very well be that maybe you want to go to more of a minimalistic lifestyle or make something more manageable, create more room to move around, breathing room, a breathable space, a workspace where you can think and, do research and allow the mind to be clear. I'm getting that air is a really important element for you in the month of December. So when we talk about key elementals, ideally we're the magician and we're incorporating all of them at all times, but I feel that the emphasis is on air, so it's movement, learning, the mind. It could also be communication, the type of words, the way you communicate yourself. There is a little bit of a struggle this month. We do have the Five of Pentacles with materialism, or the Devil card, or the Five of Cups, and it's almost like you're breaking free of something. I really see that you're breaking free of something. But there is this transition period where you're getting used to the feeling of weightlessness. And I'm wondering if it's a bit of a challenge at first to get used to that feeling, because you're so used to carrying something with you that it's almost like once you get free, you don't know what to do with yourself. So you're adjusting, you're finding your balance again. You're adapting to a new movement, a new land, and like getting your sea legs, or you know what I mean? You're building strength and navigating gingerly, tentatively. this time of year could really highlight the haves and the have-nots. With the Five of Pentacles, there's this person blindfolded with a gate, and it's, we have to ask who has access to the gate and why. Like, why are we, the cherub is here to remove the blindfold so this person can see the door and then open the door to realize or see what they're walking into. So the blindfold is coming off, Scorpio. There's a big change. The King of Wands is interesting too, because of course, most of this month is Sagittarius season, but that is, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or somebody like that, somebody who is pretty fiery. This is an entrepreneur. This is someone who sees what he wants and he wants what he sees. So you could really be going after something. You could be, there's coveting. I'm seeing coveting. You might really want like a status symbol, and realizing that it's like something has to be shared. And then we end with this Ten of Cups, and we've got two rainbows. We've got the Ten of Cups and we have the Materialism card. And in materialism, it's more about the items and the stuff and the status symbols and these outward expressions. And then with the Ten of Cups, it's getting that same feeling of satisfaction, but more from your community or a sense of belonging, from, emotional fulfillment. So I feel like this month you're really looking at what fulfills you, what actually has meaning. I heard some of you want to skip town. Some of you could be secretly, because submerged, something is hidden with that Page of Swords, something is submerged, but I feel like your instinct is kind of telling you where it is or how to find it. And yeah, there is an energy of maybe covert looking, spying, research. That Page of Swords is like looking at somebody's page online or secretly kind of looking at something through a fake profile. It's doing something without being seen, watching from afar, watching from a distance. And I wonder if you're watching from a distance because you feel like you can't be a part of whatever this is, this Ten of Cups. Like this time of year, it brings, for a lot of us, it does bring forced togetherness. It puts stress on a lot of people because of the forced togetherness and the pressure to have this happy, perfect image. And the Ten of Cups can be wonderfully inspiring that way because it can help us envision our end goal, paint the canvas of life, have this vision board for what we want and what makes us feel. So if you can really envision, you've got the visionary quality this month where you can connect that King of Wands with the Ten of Cups. You can absolutely connect to the life that you seek. And connecting first to the feeling that it brings instead of the outside stuff like the new Coach bag or the new house or, the status symbols. If you first connect to the feeling of something, it puts you already there and it starts to attract more of that experience to you. But again, at the same time, the Ten of Cups, this time of year can be a bit of a challenge because not everybody experiences the happy family, and you could be longing for that, but recognizing that it's out of reach for whatever reason. And so, I tenderly give this reading with great compassion because it feels like there's a little bit of loneliness this month and maybe overindulgence that is caused by loneliness. So how can we turn this round? Ceremony, invocation. And this is what I was getting at with the Ten of Cups. I love solstice, this time of year. It's so beautiful for envisioning. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so we've got winter solstice coming up. I know that a lot of you in the southern, well, all of you in the southern are heading towards summer. But, you know, relative to where I am, I associate solstice, Yule with ceremony, with invocation, and, you know, lighting candles and these thoughtful, intentional, like I baked cookies for this person, or I found this and it reminded me of them. And really connecting to what we envision for the future, for the next year, when the first light comes in the beginning of February, right? And we start to really feel that hope of Aquarius season and then the growing light. So this time of year does bring a little bit of sorrow, and inevitably, because you're going through a transition, and that will bring a bit of sorrow in the sense that you could be mourning who you were, or, you know, releasing old expectations, or forgiving yourself or forgiving someone else, right? There's a lot of things being processed this month. And there is a little bit of a warning about overdoing something, because the materialism card is the devil, and it can be obsessive and workaholic, or, you know, really like intense about something to the point where the cups get spilled. And it could be that somebody's trying to do everything themselves and maybe they need to ask for help. But a lot of you, it's a question of alignment. How do I align with the life that I seek? How do I align with the life that I need and want? And you do this through ceremony. So again, at this time of year, I love to light candles and journal and do my year ahead reading. And, you know, ceremony could also just indicate that you are attending a ceremony. There could be a wedding, there could be a party, there could be, you find out about somebody's wedding or marriage or something like that. As the Page of Swords, there's like this messenger coming. I feel like that's your instinct. There's this messenger. But what does the messenger tell us based on how we already see the world, or how we already, like how our nervous system is engaging on that particular day, right? That really colors the interpretation of the message that you're seeing. And so with Submerge, it does feel like there's so much more beneath the surface. And so when we look at this 10 of Cups again, it's just, you know, don't be fooled by the picture perfect sort of things you see going on, like social media or through the shop windows or movies even, right? That's why we find comfort in film and storytelling, because they're like, I love this movie because I like the family in it. It makes me, you know, comforts me with the family instead of the family that I actually had. It's, you know, there's these feelings of comfort, and you can get them from places that are other than like where society tells you to get them, to get that feeling, because there's so much beneath the surface that people don't see. But again, I feel like your instinct is connecting to it. You see what's beneath the surface. You see that, like, under the surface of this status symbol, you see the struggle, or you see like in how something is produced, right? And maybe you're changing your ways or how you look at something, or your shopping habits, or like where you source things from, because you look at where something actually comes from, and the story that's submerged, that went into the production of that product. I think a lot of you are just really connecting to your instinct, something that has been lost. Like, I used to be so on point. I used to be able to like gauge things, predict things, feel things out. I don't know. I think you're reclaiming a part of yourself, and that could be part of the intention that you are setting with this ceremony. Ceremony can also be, you know, we set intentions typically through a ceremony, but we can also celebrate the manifestation with a ceremony. So it kind of bookends both the intention and the result. So be very intentional this month. Again, King of Wands with the 10 of Cups and the ceremony card and instinct. I mean, you've got a visionary quality. I think you're going to get lucky. You have the ability, you always have the ability, Scorpio, to bring to life what it is that you seek. I feel like there could be a child father, father child relationship. I'm not sure how old they are, what the age difference is, or, if this is a child, or it's if he, like, this person is a child, or they're an adult son. But there could be some issues with this King of Wands, and perhaps a bit of anger that kind of like ruins the environment, ruins the mood. It's like there could be a negative masculine influence this month, and maybe there's, Five of Swords, maybe you're actually removing someone or keeping someone out purposely so that you can enjoy the Ten of Cups. Like, what is it going to take for you to get to the Ten of Cups, to have that happy ever after? It looks different for everyone. Some people, it's the house with two kids. Some people, it's living alone in their dream apartment. It's different for everybody. But again, the message is you've got the power to invoke it, but you are going to have to do some clearing this month. And as you go toward this new goal, as you make room for this new vision, there will be cups spilled. There will be a purge. And I think that phrase, making room for this new vision, is really key this month, because you have to make room for that new thing to come in. So something else has been draining you. It's been taking up space. It's been energetically sucking the, energy out of the room, or whatever it is. Old candlesticks, just whatever it is. Feel like you're in for a purge, and an awareness of balance, your own balance, what you need in terms of, food, drink, money, everything, right? It's that season, we overdo it. So I feel like I just feel like some of you really want to start the new year off right. So December marks a month of difficult decisions. Like, you know what? I really hate my boss, and I'm dreading going back in the new year, and I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna say, shove it, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here anymore. Because this King of Wands on top of that Devil card of materialism, I love the King of Wands typically, but when I see him surrounded by the Page of Swords and the Devil, I feel like he creates fear in people. I feel like he uses his fire in a negative way right now. So I don't know, is this your opponent, Scorpio? Is this somebody that you're up against? But again, we all have aspects of the King of Wands within us, and that is your vision. That is your creative vision. One final message. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going on and on forever. Some of you have been disconnected from your vision because you've had a family, or you've had other earthly responsibilities kind of get in the way. And I don't mean for that to sound the way that it came out, but other responsibilities came up in your life that kind of, sidetracked your vision and your goals, your personal goals. And I feel like this month there's a chance for you to reconnect with that. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. If you would like a personal reading with me, my Etsy shop is in the description box below. You can go to Etsy and book a reading with me. I've got 2026 forecasts available. I have mini 10-minute readings, and I also have full 25 to 30-minute readings. I would love to read for you, so please check it out, book with me, and I will see you very soon.